and welcome to Beautiful Me TV. I am your host, Crystal Holmes, and we are here on another segment for Iconic Television. Now, this season, we are featuring iconic people and things that are happening around Houston, and I have the privilege and the honor of being here with Principal Guillory from Yates High School, right here in Houston, in the Third Ward area. Now, something that we are going to be focusing on is the communications program here at the school. So this has been around since 1978, and this is a big deal because this is the only communications program in HISD. So welcome, Principal Guillory, to my show, and thank you for being here. I appreciate your time.
Thank you for honoring us today.
Yes. So please tell me, because with this program and it being new to the school, because everything pretty much changed since even when I've been here myself and visited. What is the benefits of having this communications program here?
We've always had the communications, the School of Communication. The new pathway we have is music production entrepreneurship. So many of our students want to be in music, want to be a rapper, want to be a singer, but they don't know the backside of it. So this program really introduces our students to the ins and outs, and what it takes to be successful in that field.
In the field. Okay. And then another thing too, I wanted to just kind of touch base on, because there is so much that has gone into this. What is some of the curriculum or things that the students can expect from this program?
They first learn the basics of music, the music business. They learn the financial part. They learn the production part. As I said, the back scene things. Once they listen to a song or once they see a video, they think, oh, that's easy to make it. But they get to see the backside, the ins and outs, the hard work that's put into it, the playback, the practice, rehearsal, and also look at the money aspect, what it takes to be successful.
Yes. And then with this program as well, what was the process like? Because I know it probably was hectic with getting everything here, but I mean, like you said, it's evolved, and the students here have been able to benefit so much already, and the school year's just started. So what was the process in getting this all together?
It started as just a thought. What if? A lot of what ifs. Our magnet coordinator, Ted Irving, it was part of his thought process. This would be good for our students. We had the photography, the video, the television part, and he thought, what do we do? Music production, entrepreneurship. So Ted did a lot of the groundwork with assistance from a lot of outside people, but he had to do a lot of groundwork just to see, could this program be successful? He had to do a partnership, of course, with HCC, a lot of big wigs in HISD, a lot of outside entities, including Scarface, and just a lot of groundwork to get this program just from a thought to a reality.
Right, up and going. Now, and I'm sure some of the students will want to know too as well, what are you looking forward to seeing from this program as far as, as the school year goes on? What are you looking forward to?
I want my students to be able to understand what it really takes to be successful in the music industry. The dedication, the hard work. Eventually, I want my students to record music. I want my students to produce music. I want my students to just know exactly what it takes to be successful in this business, and also just get a taste of what the backside of the work is.
Okay, and then lastly, any goals or expectations that you can think of that the program has that they want to see in the near future?
This program will actually prepare my students. This won't be their stopping point. Once they go to college, the sky will be their limit. This just gives them a better foundation than they would have had if we didn't have this on our campus. it's kind of something they can put on their school resume.
Right.
So once they apply for whatever college in communication, they have this background. And coming from Yates High School with this whole new system, this whole new pathway, they have it. They have what it needs to. They have what it takes to be successful.
Okay. Well, thank you so much again, Principal Guillory, for being here. You all stay tuned because we have more interviews coming up right after this break.
I'm in a music program here at Yates, and I like it. For one, my stepdad, he's a music producer, and he also makes music himself, and I think I would like to take that journey into doing music. Just learning what the music industry does with producers, their jobs, their managers.
Hello and welcome back to Beautiful Me TV. I'm your host, Crystal Holmes. And again, as we have just discussed, we are over here talking about the communications program here at Jack Yates High School. And with me in the studio, I have Mr. Lucius. He is a music producer and entrepreneur.
Yes,
entrepreneurship teacher here at Yates. And so tell us a little about what you do with the students here at the school.
So a little bit about what we do is this course is to help develop the next generation of young music professionals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then that's all that in a nutshell?
Well, yeah, that definitely in a nutshell, that's what we do. But it's a lot involved with that. So we're really hands-on with the students in terms of teaching them the creative process of production, as well as we don't want to just teach them the creative process of production. We want to also empower them with business knowledge and the tools to be able to go into the music field, the music industry, and know about publishing and know about writing credits and know about points and different splits and stuff like that.
No, that's awesome. And then just a little sidebar, like I went through a media program in high school. So we did things like from PSA commercial, script writing, news, journalism, all that stuff. So to hear, it was, and now I'm realizing how much, we were able to have, and then seeing this new system and this program here at the school, is so important.
Absolutely.
That the students are able to be exposed to all of this, and what they can use and what they can grow. So knowing that you are teaching entrepreneurship, which is big, especially, for our generation, and then just like even the kids now, it's like everybody's doing their own thing, and with social media, it's like you can kind of get your phone, everything's right there, easily accessible. And it's like, okay, it's good to know how to do all that, but it's like, how do you implement, how do you grow yourself and your brand? So being able to teach that, I just applaud you all on that. I just had to say that little sidebar real quick.
I think it's really an amazing thing. I didn't have it growing up, and so it's definitely, they're fortunate.
Definitely.
And I love it.
Yes. And so tell me, how does this also tie with the communications program? Are they able to kind of take some of the music into the radio aspect, or how does that all work?
So that's a great question. And so what they do as they create and when they create, the department here, we actually fall under the School of Communications. So we all work hand in hand. So for example, if they're working on something in the television area, they may need music support for that. So we may do the underbedding music, or we may do a soundtrack to some video that they may be doing, or we may do a song and have a full song, and they do the video for it.
Right.
And then the radio department, of course, that's obvious. We would obviously be getting songs played on the radio. So it's all, we're all working together. We're all connected.
Yeah.
And even with the, not to cut you off, but the media piece, for us growing up, we had, and I'll say me, because I'm, I had the source, and I had, of course, BET, 106 in Park, and even before then, like Video Soul. We had Yo MTV Raps and different media outlets that's like the traditional media. Well, nowadays these kids have social media, and
Yep.
social media has become the biggest form of media. You no longer need a newspaper or a magazine or even really television. People are just getting famous off of social media, which is something that they live on. So
Exactly.
one of the things that I'm teaching in the class is you have the tools. You have all the tools. It's really nowadays it's a one-stop shop. You can create it on your own. You can be the artist, and then you can promote yourself through social media.
And so what are some things that you are looking forward to as far as like from your students in this school year?
I'm looking forward to seeing just this raw talent.
Yeah.
I want to, because this is where you find diamonds in the rough. This is where you you discover untapped talent, if you will. And so I'm interested in seeing that part of it. And then if it's there, I'm interested in just imparting some of the things that I've been able to learn over the course of my career,
Right.
and seeing where they take it.
Yes, exactly. Now, I couldn't agree more, because
Yeah.
it's like even seeing people now that I went to school with and what they're doing, we have people all over the place. So,
Right.
especially with this program, I know it's going to be great things coming.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So, you guys, thank you again, Mr.
Absolutely.
Lucius,
Thank
for
you for
being
having me.
here. And you all stay tuned. We'll be right back after this break.
Connect with fellow millennials, creatives, professionals, and entrepreneurs within the all-new millennial community. Join in and get connected with local events, volunteer opportunities, and mentorship programs with the next generation. For more information, visit themillennialcommunity.com and become a member today. Membership includes access to special events, networking events, and civic engagement opportunities. Check out our online calendar for upcoming event opportunities, such as Millennial Think Tanks, community building events, the new Sea Live experience, and much more. Members will also be invited to join an online membership group, have opportunities to pair with local students in the Houston community for mentorship programs. Follow us on all social media platforms and get connected with the millennial community today.
I'm in the 11th grade and I chose digital media as my pathway. It afforded me the opportunity at something new and different that I wouldn't have gotten at another school. It's been awesome for the most of it. Getting the ability to be able to record and edit all of the things that we've done, it's awesome.
Hello and welcome back to Beautiful Me TV. So we are about to close out this segment, in the show at least. I do have the honor and the privilege to be sitting here with one of my former teachers and mentors still, Mr. Irving. You can call him Irv, all of that good stuff. He is the director over here at the communications program here at Yates High School. So tell us please about, just from your perspective, putting this together, this being here, what it means to the students, to you. Like, give us the thoughts on it.
So let me just say, so I didn't kind of help put it together, but it was already here, really. The history's already been here.
Right.
Yates High School printing technology and commercial photography was here in 1950. They expanded it to Magnet in 1978, and that included adding radio broadcast journalism and television journalism, as well as print journalism. And then over the years, they've kind of added different programs. They've kind of come and gone. We also used to have graphic design. So as of today, in this brand new state-of-the-art facility, the School of Communications is now 5 pathways, and those pathways are music production and entrepreneurship, commercial photography, printing technology, radio broadcast journalism, and then we call it television and film, but it's actually narrative film and sports media.
Okay, and then you also mentioned that this studio itself set apart, I guess, like from other stations, is top notch. So what is the comparison on that, on this studio versus others here in this city?
So, and I'm only quoting Sony reps who come in to, get the equipment going and running and installing it, that nationwide there's no other facility this advanced for any high school in the country, as well as for quite a few, a large number of colleges and even professional facilities. So, we don't have microwave trucks, satellite trucks, so we don't have everything that a TV station has, but if you look at just the studio, we have pretty much everything that an actual TV station studio has. Yeah.
And then also, what about I guess I would say, like, with the students, them being here and going through this program, what are some things that they can expect to learn as far as curriculum goes and that they can take away after they graduate?
Wow, that's a lot. So it depends on the pathway. And so in the state of Texas, we have what are called pathways. And they're basically majors. High school is college now. So you have to choose a major. And we just call them pathways. So at Yates High School, they can choose between those 5 pathways: the School of Communications, or Maritime Logistics, or JROTC. So whichever one they choose during their freshman year, they then focus on that from 10th grade all the way to the end of 12th grade when they graduate.
Okay.
So the expectation is, in School of Communications, learning the craft of being creative. So the science and the math behind being creative, how to own a print shop and create T-shirts and wrist bracelets and cups and hats. In commercial photography, how to shoot for news, how to shoot for magazines, how to do portraits. And then you jump into narrative film and sports media, how to be a journalist in sports media, how to do color and play-by-play, how to create a documentary or a film. They learn light meters, color meters. They learn how to use a 4K camera, C300 camera. You get into radio broadcasting, they learn how to operate an Arrakis ARC-15 audio board console, which is what a lot of stations here in Houston use, and how to program their shows, create radio shows, as well as record them for video. What else did I leave out? Did I leave somebody else out?
Say, there's a lot. Look, I'm jealous.
Yeah, there's a lot. And then maritime logistics, which is a part of TDL, transportation, distribution, and logistics. They learn everything from operating forklifts to cranes. We have our own forklift, by the way, to even jobs that prepare them for non-port side jobs, meaning on the water. So a pilot of a ship, a pilot of a tugboat, how to operate radar systems, and then of course JROTC, which does not prepare people for military. It prepares them to be better citizens in leadership. However, they can, if they so choose, move on to college, continue with ROTC on the college level, and if they want a career in the military, that they can. So students that's the expectation. They have all those things. And so the state expectation is that they graduate with a certification. So we're working on things like Photoshop certification, Office 365 certification. Maritime has what we call NCCER certification. And so in the future for SOC, School of Communications, we'll add Avid Media Composer certification, Pro Tools certification.
There's a lot.
They have to do all that.
That is
certification,
so
get your diploma.
Right, on top of, but the good thing though about it is, because even still, like, I was under you as well when you taught me, but it prepared me so much for college. Like, when I was in there, I already was able to be advanced to doing other things, especially when it came to editing. Like, it's like myself and my colleague, like, together we did projects, and I already was aware of, like, what to do. But now with this school and with this program, and being the only one in the HISD to have it to this magnitude, you all can do so much, and you provide so many opportunities for the students. So last question, I guess, like with our program, you could apply to get into the school to be a part of the media program. Can they do the same here, or is it more of a zoning, like, as far as students, if they're interested in being a part?
No, it's actually quite different. So
Okay.
there is Magnet. So our career and technology education pathways, that's what those are. They're
Right.
called CTE pathways. The Maritime and School Communications, those are our Magnet as well.
Okay.
And by law, House Bill 5, a high school student in the state of Texas has to graduate with a pathway. They have to have 3 years of that pathway. And it's expanded to where they want those kids to have industry certifications. So if you're zoned to Yates High School and you get into the School of Communications, let's say music production entrepreneurship, and you're magnet, you're outside our zone, outside the district, and you get into music production, either way,
Okay.
both of them still have to have 3 years of a pathway or a major completed, and then they want
Right.
certification before they graduate.
Okay.
Yeah, high school is college.
Right.
High
I was
school
about
is
to say,
college now.
it has definitely changed.
Yeah.
And, you
And let me just
know,
say this real quick, expectation. We want our kids to be like you, where they go out, when they leave here, they just dominate. When they go to the university setting and major in communications, film, whatever, we want them to dominate.
Yes.
We want them to get all the scholarships. We want them to get all the extra money, the jobs, freelance jobs they can get. Take over.
And look, I'm doing it, and thanks to you for everything that you've done and poured into me, and I'm able to share it with other people. We have interns ourselves, so it's like we're able to
cool.
kind of pass that information along. Great guy. And will you please tell us if anybody has, if they want to reach out to you to get more information, just in general, what's the best contact, if not yours, but best
Yeah, they
contact?
can just call Jack Yates High School.
Okay.
We're on the internet website, it's not that long, but HoustonISD.org /Yates.
Okay.
It's pretty simple. They can just Google Yates High School. That'll come up. They can send an email to yatesmagnet@HoustonISD.org.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time,
Oh, you're
Mr.
welcome.
Irvin.
Yeah.
And you all stay tuned. This has been Beautiful Me TV. I'm your host, Crystal Holmes.